All right. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's going to be a gorgeous, beautiful day. And I'm so excited. I'm Dr. Dana McGrady. I'm excited to be on this training with you.
And I'm going to welcome David Scoltetti to jump on. The two of us together will be doing a getting started training with a little bit more in depth to it on prospecting on social media, following up, how to get people started the right way, and how to get them their belief check ASAP as soon as you sign them up. So I'm turning it over to you, Dave, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dana, and good morning, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here with us. We're super excited. Here we are 1 month into this endeavor of building My Daily Choice. 1 month. Can you imagine? It's been an interesting ride, a ride of learning, a ride of kind of attracting our kind of foundational leadership. And I want to put each and every one of you kind of in that camp. We're really excited to work with each and every one of you. And as Dana mentioned, you know, we do this every Saturday, certainly in the pre-launch phases of what we're doing here, because we're all kind of learning together. And we want to create something really special. We want to make a really huge impact, not only on our own personal lives, but I think more importantly, the lives of others, whether it's via the amazing products that My Daily Choice has, or whether it's the income opportunity, which many of you are starting to realize, which is great. But we want each and every one of you to realize that. So we really feel that, you know, this business is all about the basics. And so we don't want it to sound monotonous, but honestly, it's about gathering and acquiring the skill sets to be, quite frankly, equipped to go out there in a fearless fashion to talk to anybody you come across about what we have to offer. So I guess the way to start it off would be, I know some of you are actually brand new, so we always like starting off with, you know, talking about the model of what we're doing and how we do it, because, you know, it's really important that you get off to the right start, you know, and that you're structured right, so on and so forth. So, you know, in this business of network marketing, which I've been involved in for 26, going on 27 years now, what I've learned over time is it's not really what works in this business, it's really what duplicates, you know. And then people come into this business with all kinds of different backgrounds, some with experience in marketing, some with experience in business, but many come into it, you know, just without any experience at all. And so we love that, but we also love the fact that if you keep this thing really, really simple, it's much easier to do. You know, it's much easier to do. So I think what's important from the very beginning is to realize that how you enroll yourself into My Daily Choice is how you're going to enroll others. And many of you already realize that, because going out in your prospecting efforts, you have been talking to people and they ask you that question. Okay, well, how did you come in, right? How did you come in? So it's important that you come in the right way, that you want to see duplicate, that you want to see model. And as we've kind of told everybody from the beginning, there's a financial incentive to come in as an executive in the business. And the way you come in as an executive, you kind of really have two options, but at a minimum, you purchase 200 business volume, right? You pay your $20 one-time affiliate fee, you purchase 200 in business volume, and you get on a 90-point auto ship. It's really that simple. And there is an executive, what's called an executive package, that's $599, 400 BB. Lots of people are coming at that level because A, they see the value proposition. They're getting $200 of savings on the product. B, they're recognizing that if they're gonna have a business, they're gonna treat it like a business, and that they're gonna want to have access to a wide array of the HempWorx products, which for me personally, just over the last couple of weeks, I'm realizing how deep this stable of products really is. It's one thing to, you know, be working with the CBD tinctures, but the topicals have been pretty darn amazing. I've gotten back in the gym recently, getting in shape for this this endeavor we're involved in, and I've been using it, and gosh, man, does it work and work well. I've also been using some of the facial creams, which has helped a lot. I mean, very personally, I've had some skin issues over the years, and it's really kind of amazing to see how it's kind of moisturized, and actually has started taking away some of the wrinkles. I'm in my mid-50s here. I mean, not that I really care. I'm not that vain about it, but I mean, honestly, I'm actually seeing it work, which is pretty cool. And of course, every morning, I'm not the biggest of coffee drinkers, but I gotta tell you, if you have not tried the CBD coffee and the creamers, they're pretty darn amazing. Not only do I know a lot of people across the world need their morning joe to kind of get up and get rolling, but what I found with the coffee is it kind of is like, I guess what I would call that relaxed intensity. In other words, it kind of gives, wakes you up like a normal caffeinated cup of coffee would do, but it's not that jittery feeling that I think I've personally felt when I occasionally have gone to Starbucks or wherever else for that matter. And I just love the way it makes me feel. So getting that executive pack is a really kind of advisable thing, on a broad scale of things. The second thing you want to do as you get involved, I guess your first real goal in this business, and this is what we really want to help each and every one of you do today, is to get what's called binary qualified. And the binary portion of the compensation plan is only one facet of it, as you know, but it's important to become binary qualified because it allows you to fully leverage the entire compensation plan as you build your business. And in simple terms, we call it the 90-point triangle, right? The 90-point triangle, which means as long as you're on the top, you have a 90-point ownership. The first thing you need to do is go out and get 90 points of business on your left leg, 90 points of business on your right leg. And that business can come from customers, retail customers, preferred customers. It can come from affiliates. It just needs to equate to 90 points on each side. And so that gets you originally binary qualified, but you want to stay binary qualified for the duration of your business build, if that makes sense. And the easiest way to go about doing that is initially setting up your back office rotator to alternate and go out and roll 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right. It's kind of the power of 4, right? And as time goes on and you're building your business, inevitably one leg may grow larger than the other. And when that does, you can always go to your back office and you can change that that alternator from alternating to either the left or the right. So that's really the model of this business. We really just, in this business, if you just keep it super simple, we're just keep doing 2 things. We're getting customers and we're getting quote unquote customer getters, building the affiliates. And it's a really powerful model. And I think the key to it are 2 things, and this is where Dana and I will elaborate, is the importance of using the system in building your business and the importance of the art of exciting and inviting, right? Getting people to come and take a look at what you're doing. So Dana, before we get into that, is there anything within that model that you'd like to add or that I kind of ran over?
I just want to say it's 11/11 to everyone out there. If you believe in 11/11, I think that means we're meant for big things. So yay, I like spending 11/11 on this beautiful Saturday with all of you. And yeah, I want to add, we're going to be talking about going public on Facebook. We're going to be talking about a game plan for action. I love that Dave just explained exactly how to very simply get started, right? Because it's not about, it's just about taking that first step, right? It's not about complicating it or overwhelming it. It's just taking that first step. And when people sign up, you want to help them, hold their hand, guide them on what to say, guide them on how to go public. We did a challenge a couple of weeks ago that was really, really effective for a lot of you. And it was basically how to go public in a curiosity engagement post type of way. And we challenged you guys to just do a post on your Facebook with a color block background saying, what do you know about CBD? Do any of my Facebook friends, something along the lines of, do any of my Facebook friends take CBD? And if so, how do you feel about it? Or what do you know about CBD? The neat thing was seeing you guys going into action with that. Because something so simple just creates curiosity. It gives you a whole lot of people that are already using CBD, saying good things about it, gives third-party validation with testimonials, and then gives you people that you can reach out to, right? Prospects, anyone that likes it, anyone that comments, and it gets people coming to you, right? Because that's what curiosity posts and engagement posts do. They actually draw people to you. It's attraction marketing. And so what do you know about CBD? Something so simple. And the next morning, I woke up to my whole news feed flooded with you wellness warriors. What do you know about CBD? What do you know? I just saw it nonstop. And I was so proud. I was so proud of you guys. I was so impressed with your ability to hear something and take action. And that's what it's about. Hear something, feel it in your heart, and take action. Because that action is going to get you moving closer to your dreams and goals, right? And that's what it's all about. It's about the fact that we have this incredible opportunity in front of us, that we're saying yes to it, right? And when we say yes, that means something important. And then taking the simple steps, right? The simple steps: qualify at executive, get binary qualified, and then go public and talk to people. It's all about talking to people in our network. And so Dave and I were both going to go over ways to go public. I like the simple curiosity post ways to go public. But then I also love, I also have been using certain words that work that I wanted to explain to you. And if there are any of you in here that have been using anything that's working in prospecting, if there's anything that you've been doing besides just sending people your pre-enrollee link, if you have any tips and tricks, please type it in the chat, because then we can all learn from you guys, right? Because there are a lot of rock star recruiters in this group that are listening right now. So for me, what I've been doing is recognizing, shifting my mindset, and thinking of the world as my playground. Okay, so what that means, the world is your playground. When you get on your Facebook or your Instagram, every single person that you see, if you're looking for it, is a potential business builder, is a potential person that could be linking arms with you, changing the world with you. Okay, so every single person that you see. So if you think about it, for me, the world is my playground. So when I go on my Facebook, or when I'm, or email, contacts on your phone, same thing. People you're talking to at Whole Foods, same thing. Okay, so it doesn't have to just be social media. Social media just is going where the people are, right? And so when I'm looking through my feed, I'm starting to shift my mind and look at opportunities. How do I know this person? Have I ever talked to them on Messenger before? If they catch my eye in any way, I'll kind of investigate and see any prior conversations on Messenger. And if not, if I've never talked to them before, don't know how I know them, have no clue how we connected, what I'll do is I'll reach out to them and I'll ask them, hi, I saw you pop up on my Facebook feed and I loved your post today. That was so intriguing. How are we connected? I would love to know how we connected. And if you don't know how we connected, I'd love to be friends. Something as simple as just starting that energetic connection with that person, starting that relationship bond, that friendship, whatever it is, right? And so it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It could be as simple as, how are we connected? How are we connected? And then when you're talking to someone, be more interested than interesting. That means ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of questions, and ask questions that are leading, right? So how are you, where are you living at now? And okay, so you're living in California. What are you doing for work? And, you know, just letting them talk. And some people, you know, it can be small chat on social media. I'm a huge fan of getting it moved over to Zoom as soon as possible. So when people are asking me what I'm doing, I'm launching a business right now. I just launched it. I linked arms with the world's largest CBD company, and 2020 is their year for global expansion. And I'm launching my business big time right now with a group of wellness warriors. And so when you say it like that, I've said it a couple different times and people are like, oh, I want to know more. When they want to know more, that's when I send them my pre-enrollee link, right? It's as simple as getting them intrigued, interested enough to ask for more info, sending them the pre-enrollee link, put your email in here, and you can watch a series of short videos and it'll explain exactly why I'm obsessed with this company. And that it's as simple as that. If you want to know why I'm so obsessed with this company, then put your email in here and you can watch this video tour and it'll tell you everything. So let the video tour do the talking. Let the video tour do the work that the marketing geniuses that designed it, let those people do their job, right? And so if you start that connection, that energetic connection while prospecting, and then let the video tour do the work, then that person goes into the system. And once they're in the system does a lot of follow-up, a lot of third-party validation, a lot of urgency, and a lot of letting them know that our team is growing rapidly, okay? So I have a good friend that put his email in maybe 4 days ago, and just to see the video tour. And he told me that, he texted me last night and let me know that he's like, 24 people are already on my team. 24 people in 4 days. And he was blown away. He's like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but this is wild. So I don't know if any of you guys have gotten that reaction from pre-enrollees. Comment in the chat and let me know. But I've never experienced anything like that in business before. And that's what has me so excited. That really has me excited because yes, we are all in massive action building this team. We all just launched our businesses. I'm in the trenches. Dave is in the trenches with you guys. We started from 0 too. We all started from 0 BB. And so everyone is launching their business. We're all in all out massive action. And so what the pre-enrollees are going to get into our energetic swirl, and they're going to feel it. They're going to feel the massive action. They're going to feel the pull of us doing really big things. We're doing really big things together. And so it's almost like drawing those prospects in, putting them in the system, in the pre-enrollee link, and then letting them feel the energy as we follow up and kind of hold them close, right? And allow them to come into this tribe. We're building a beautiful tribe, an awesome culture. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. And so we want people to join us in business in this venture. Anything you want to add to that, Dave? What have you been doing?
I thought that was fabulous. I think it's interesting, you know, people in network marketing, they sit down and initially they create that list, right? And most people most people don't write it down. Most people don't get organized on it and really treat it like the multi-million-dollar opportunity it really is. And so I just want to kind of emphasize that for a moment, how important it is to get organized, whether it's a network notebook or index cards, or if you're technologically, you know, dialed in, there's other sources of keeping yourself organized. But to your point, it's not about just like going to that low-hanging fruit. Sometimes you have to get creative in going out and talking to people. And I just share very briefly in the last 24 hours, 2 particular instances where I did that. Now, this is a little bit new for me, mind you. I for most of my career, I didn't really overly engage with the engagement that happened with my social media presence. But over the last couple of weeks, I have, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I see people like commenting or liking a post, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know when the last time I spoke to that person was. You know, it's like, and in many cases, I'm like, I don't even know who this person is, really, you know? I mean, so it's interesting, and I think there's just gonna be months upon months of going through just my own personal social media. I mean, it's an infinite amount of contacts. And so in the last 24 hours, yesterday was a great example. There was this gentleman named Daniel who, I didn't really know who he was. I had one conversation with him months ago, and it was brief. And yesterday I just messaged him. Or actually, it was 2 days ago. I had a conversation yesterday, but 2 days ago I messaged him and said, Daniel, I'd like to connect with you. When's a good time? And he was just, he said, well, tomorrow would be great. And we connected, and we just had this really great conversation. And I ultimately said to him, listen, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm not sure if it's for you, but let me tell you what I'm doing and ultimately what I'm looking for. So I told him what I was doing. I told him I was looking to, you know, to belly up and to meet people who would want to partner up with me in this endeavor. And at the end of the conversation, he was like, you know what, I want to see that link, but I got to be honest with you, I think I may have an interest in this. He's like, I actually have been completely dialed in with CBD. I've been a consumer and I love the idea of this. So let's check this out. So anyhow, the link's there, we're in process. I got to follow up with him today. This morning I go to the gym and I had, similarly yesterday, I reached out to another gentleman and I said, hey, when's a good time to chat? And he was on vacation. We missed a call yesterday, but then today we had a 10 a.m. call. Check this one out. Like I have a conversation with this guy. I don't really know him that well. I just know through common friends that somehow he's engaged in the network marketing. And we had this discussion about, you know, what the last month has been like and the transition I've made and so on and so forth. And I said to him, look, I'm not sure where you're at in life as far as building a network marketing business, but I know you know people that may have an interest. And he says, well, what company did you join? I said, My Daily Choice. He's like, oh, I'm really super tight with Josh. As a matter of fact, I think he's one of the most brilliant executives in the industry. I mean, he was really, and the funny thing, Dana, and I don't know if everybody else can relate to this, is that he's like, look, all I know is anybody can be that good at chess is a really good strategic person. And that's the way this guy runs his business. So he really intimately was engaged with Josh in the past. Matter of fact, I had a story where he was in Las Vegas when they were launching My Daily Choice, where they had the sprays with no labels. And so anyhow, he said, you know what, and I won't belabor the point much more than this. He says, you know what, I am actually would love to get involved, you know, back involved in network marketing as a distributor. I'm not sure how much time I have, but I'm going to call Josh. I'm going to revisit him, which I told him to do. And so anyhow, he's got my link as we speak. And, you know, you'll just never know unless you have the conversation. You never know unless you have the unless you reach out to people. So for me, I think what you're saying, Dana, is really the purpose. It's more than just going to the closest low-hanging fruit, you know, that you're dealing with. It's really getting outside the box.
Yeah. But you're the king of who do you know in prospecting. So can you tell people exactly what you say when because you don't necessarily, it can be kind of unnerving sometimes to just ask someone to join you in business. Have any of you guys had that problem in the past? Have you felt hesitancy? Have you felt nervous when you're prospecting? Do you feel like, you know, and people can sense when you're hesitating. So the best possible way to not get nervous is to not ask them to join you in business, to ask them who do they know and ask for their opinion, right? And Dave is the king of that. So I want you to tell people exactly how you do it, where you're not directly asking them to join you in business, but then they usually end up wanting to join you because they see the opportunity's huge.
Yeah, I think thank you for that, Dana. I think it's a really easy skill set to acquire. Let's face it, nobody likes to face rejection. Nobody wants to be told no. Although sometimes we'll train people go for no, right? Which is the truth, but nobody wants to be rejected. And I think there's two ways that you can approach people. And I think it really depends upon number one, how you know that person, and number two, your level of influence over that person or in general, right? And so I think the first way is you can go direct to people, and the second way you can go indirectly. So I'll give you just two examples, and these are just my words, the words I've been using, and they're actually developing over time. And the more I do it, the more flexible I become in being able to effectively like have good conversations. So the first one, if it was a business, like kind of a business, it's called a business announcement, which quite frankly, each and every one of us we're new to this business. So it is kind of a business announcement. And like Dana said, I may just tell, first of all, people want to feel your energy. So the first thing I would say to somebody is like, look, I'm really excited. Pretty simple thing to say, right? I'm really excited. I'm starting a business representing the world's largest CBD company. They're expanding not only throughout the US, but throughout the world by offering people the opportunity to own their own online CBD business. Would you be open to hearing about it? Now, that's the direct approach, right? That's the direct approach. The indirect approach would be probably using the same words, but after telling them that this company is offering the opportunity for individuals to own their own online CBD business, you could simply say, I'm not sure if this is for you, but I know you know people who would be interested in this. And here's the key, guys. It's the very simple phrase I learned a long time ago. If I, ... will you, ... Because what you're really trying to do is just get somebody to agree to view the information. So in other words, if I send you a link to my online marketing system, right, will you take the time to, number one, opt in, and number two, watch the videos to learn exactly what I'm doing? It's a yes/no question. And I think one mistake that so many people make is they just like, oh, okay, send me a link, and they just send it without getting compliance, without getting an agreement that one would take the time to go through it. And the way that people will, if you want to increase the probability of somebody doing that, if you want to increase the percentages, I think it's very important to let people know how important this is to you, how serious you are about this. This is a business that you're doing, and maybe it'll help if you tell the people why you're doing it. Telling people why you're doing it. The other way that I think is very, it's not evasive in any way, shape, or form, is asking that simple question: will you do me a favor? It's like if I was reaching out, and maybe I haven't spoke to Dana for a while, and I reached out to her, and we had some, we talked some story, but after a couple of minutes of that, I just say, Dana, will you do me a favor? And she's going to be like, sure, Dave, what is it? And then I'm going to say, well, listen, I'm really excited about a new business that I've started. I'm going to be marketing a line of CBD products, and I'm looking to connect with people who would benefit from the products. If I send you a link to my website, will you review it and allow me to follow up with you to see who you know that may have an interest? I mean, it's super non-evasive, and that's just one avenue if you're leading with the products. And if people are not like totally doubting the CBD, or they don't know what CBD is, you can give them the simple answer to that. But it's something that addresses a lot of the ailments that people are having today, whether it's discomfort in their body, whether it's anxiety, whether it's stress. I mean, gosh, you don't need to go out on, there's not many corners of America that you can't just walk out to and see on the looks on people's faces the levels of stress. And CBD clearly has that opportunity. But I prefer, personally, and this is just my preference, I prefer to lead with the business model, because just for every person that may benefit from the products, I think people are looking for financial liberation. I think they're looking for a financial transformation. I think they're looking for that additional income stream, that extra security in their lives. And so approaching people regarding the business isn't a bad thing. But I think, to your point, Dana, the way, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right?
I agree.
And just asking people and having conversation again, will it take repetition to get it perfect? There's no question. Like I'm just telling you, like this week I was significantly more confident than the week prior. The week prior, I was more confident than the week prior to that. So it's a building blocks. It's getting that callus, if you will, where you can feel like you can just talk to anybody. And once you say it enough and ask the right questions, then it just, the world is your oyster. You can do anything you want.
I'm also like seeing that people that I sent my link to maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago needed to see that I was serious. They needed to see that I was going to be doing big things. And so I started seeing that people were opting in now, 3 or 4 weeks later. And I'm like, I remember that I sent them the link 3 or 4 weeks ago. But now, because I'm going public, because I'm doing Facebook Lives about the products, I don't know if you guys saw, but David encouraged Tyler and I to do a CBD pop-up shop type Facebook Live where we went through the products and where we told stories and where we told testimonials. And we did that on Thursday night. You still have time to go and share it if you want the chance to win a bottle of 750 milligram HempWorx CBD. I'll be giving it away. I'll probably do it in about 2 days, give people enough time to share it. And just go, and you can save that link to use as a tool. And that's a gift for you guys. And if you do the same, if you go, you know, if you're proud of what you're doing, and if you're excited about what you're doing, people follow people that are following their passion. And so if people can feel that you're passionate about it, they want to be a part of something big. Humans naturally want to be a part of something bigger than them. And they want community and they want fun. And I don't know about you guys, but I think we've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun, you know, and we're going to be doing our launch, OneTeamWorx launch event in Las Vegas, March 21st weekend. And it's going to be epic. And so we want as many people to join the movement as possible. We want as many people to join OneTeamWorx and do really big things with us, right? We're building our foundational leadership group right now. And so it's just whoever's stepping up. But as I was more bold, okay, so I was quiet at the beginning. I was doing everything behind the scenes. I was doing private conversations. I was doing, you know, that was just me. And as I was transitioning and launching this business, I was all out massive action behind the scenes. And then I started going public. I started going public on my stories about the hair care. I started going public about the dog biscuits with my puppy. I started doing little things. And then Thursday, I went all out public with a Facebook Live. Excitement, passion, fun, testimonials, showcasing the products. And my messenger has been blowing up ever since. I encourage you guys to do the same, because in anything in life, anytime we're in a slump, anytime we can't figure things out, anytime we can't, whatever the case, action cures everything. Action cures everything. There's not anything going on in network marketing, no slump you could ever be in, that a recruiting spree doesn't fix. A recruiting spree, a focused spurt of energy where you are focused on building your business, that will bring in new volume, new business, new excitement, new energy. Action cures everything in this business. And so if you don't know where to go for action, just reach out to your mentor in this business. Reach out to your upline. We've been doing nonstop business planning sessions, Dave and I separately with separate groups of people. We've been doing lots of business planning sessions. Do you have your list? Who are your best prospects? How can we reach out to them? Let's get them on Connect calls. Let's get them opted in. It's just those simple steps towards building your dreams. One really fun thing that Tyler Vaughn has been doing with her team is scheduling a Zoom power hour. And I know Jessica's done it with her. A Zoom power hour. You get on Zoom, you get a group, handful of people, and you all just prospect together at the same time and reach out to 15, 20 people all at once and talk about, you know, the people that you've been getting. And I know Sandy's in here. Sandy has been doing really, really awesome with reaching out to other networkers that are interested. And she's been rocking it. Jessica's been rocking it. Jessica's welcomed tons of new team members this week. Holly and Eric are on fire. They've been welcoming and signing up all of Colorado. And so Holly and Eric are in all out massive action. April has been massively going public on her stories, talking about the business, being more business forward, going out of her comfort zone. So I'm proud of you, April. You guys have been rocking it. And believe me, we see you. We see you and we're in it with you. I'm running the marathon with you. I'm excited. And so if anyone has been prospecting, I said this a little bit earlier, if there's anyone that would like to unmute, we would like to hear your stories, your voices, what's working for you. And then we also want to talk a little bit about Vegas. And then I want to tell you guys something that I did and that Sandy Ramos did that's been working, as far as with the link, with the pre-enrollee link with the website. Would anyone like to unmute and tell us your story and what's been working for you?
Dana, I'll unmute.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I'm good.
So I've actually really been doing exactly what you've been saying. And so coming from our other business together and like being on some of your other calls, I knew like the if then, or like if you would, like if then would you, whatever we were just talking about. And so really the system was really working. And so I've been encouraging my people, because this team like literally just like launched, and you just said it, like we're building our like future leadership board. So I'm just like inviting people. I was like, we literally just launched this thing. There's not a lot to really catch up on. We're learning together. And really just being like authentic about like really just telling people the truth, because I got kind of wrapped up in other MLMs. And I was just like, listen, I have to just be honest. I was looking for a mentor, and then just telling people my experience of you need a good product, you need a good mentor, you know what I mean? Somebody who can get you guys there. And so I've just been really telling the truth, and that's been working. So the system is working. I'm so excited.
I love it. I feel like, Holly, when you're reaching out to people, I feel like they can feel how excited you are.
Yeah.
And they can tell that you mean business this time, even if you've dabbled in the past. We all dabble, right? As we're like figuring out, finding our way. There's nothing wrong with finding your way. But when you find something good, that's when you mean business. And I think they can sense that from you.
Yes. And I am just like ever so excited like to be a part of your team specifically. And so just because I really resonate with like your medicine, your beautiful light, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm trying to be this lady. Like you guys really need to meet her. Like please come meet her. So
bring them to Vegas, girl. Bring them to Vegas.
Yes. So thank you guys so much.
I feel also, Holly, like you manifested this.
Yes, we have been actually like, Eric and I like built a manifestation grid, like with some rocks and crystals, and like we've been praying for it, I guess, essentially. Like we've been asking. And so here it was like, it finally like showed up, and it feels really good. Like it feels really pure, like full of love, like being a part of something that like, you know, like a love tribe, you know what I mean? And just being able to share that. And so I love that you talk about like positivity and like sharing the light in the world, because like, you know, people get a little dim and a little dark, and, you know, like sharing something like you said, bigger than you, I think is so important. And people know, like, if you're in a conversation with me, it's about health of some kind. So this is really in alignment with like my passions already. So
I love it. I love it. You never know when you're the answer to someone's prayer.
Yes.
And you can't be the answer to their prayer if you don't go into action and talk to them, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I told people, I was like, dude, I've already, like, this lady's an author. I've already read her book. As a matter of fact, I used to hand it out, like, when I first started my other business. And I was like, she's like the real deal, guys. And so is Dave Skoltedi. Like, come meet these really amazing people. And so actually, I've got like a really great prospect right now. He's actually helping me with like my stem cell stuff. And so he's part of this other business, and he's been trying to like recover mentoring us. And I was like, listen, you know, Flo, I just don't think it's going to work. Like, and here's why. And then he goes, well, you know, Holly, you know, I dabble in all sorts of business. Why don't you send me your link? And I was like, yes.
I love it.
Excited. Yeah.
What that tells me is you're working your business with intention.
Yes.
That's what that tells me. You're working your business with intention. You're treating it like a business, not like a hobby. Yes. You're staying organized with it. Yes. You're linking arms with your hubby, and now with your team, because your team, you have team members on this Zoom right now.
Yes. Yes.
Yay. And that's what a leader does. And so I love that. And so Melanie's on because of you. You helped answer a prayer that Melanie had. So I'm proud of you guys. You guys are rocking it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope my sisters are on here. We've got Andrew on here. Melanie's on here. I invited a bunch of people. I called people before we got on here. So
she actively promoted this call. That's pretty awesome.
And it's 9 o'clock in the morning here. So Saturdays, you know, it's like, come on, get on. This is important.
Yes, this is important. Come where the party is. I love it.
Awesome. Good. Well, thanks for letting me share, you guys.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You rock. Okay, good. Awesome. Muted myself. Sorry. Dave, would you like to piggyback on what Holly was saying and anything you would like to add to that on how we should be taking what she said and using it?
I just think people buy into the height of your enthusiasm versus the depth of your knowledge. I think in simple terms, like if you believe in what you're doing and why you're doing it, it's so much easier. And clearly Holly has that enthusiasm. You know, they're focused on changing lives. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand but really appreciate when they do, is this isn't about us, right? This is about focusing on helping other people advance. And every time when you do that, you end up advancing yourself in the process. So I just love the nature and the structure of this business, but I also love what we're creating from a team culture and community basis. Everything is really heart-centered. Everything is really collaborative. It's very inclusive, and the cream always rises, and each and every one of you have that position to rise on your own merits, and I think that's really powerful. So yeah, I mean, we're just here to help, and I think we're off to a great start, and it's just a lot of fun, really.
Yes, we've been having a lot of fun. Okay, good. Would anyone else like to chime in and share what's been working for you? What has you excited?
I would love to share.
Yay! I'm so happy. Good.
Hi, everybody. So along with, of course, the calling people and following up and doing all those things, what has helped me the most in trying to make new habits so that I can, you know, daily be implementing things is planning. So I guess it starts off with mindset and belief. So I wake up and I think positively about the day. I think about how many prospects I'm going to get in touch with. I intend, you know, with excitement, even in my thoughts in bed, you know, how many people are going to sign up, and it's really working. You know, you just kind of come in with the belief that it's all coming together and everyone's going to feel your excitement and everyone's going to want to know, you know, want a piece of it. And so, and then the planning, so you make a plan, you do a couple hours a day that you plan, because frankly right now I have a 12-year-old, she's almost 13, and she's like, Mom, don't post it on Instagram. Mom, stop sharing it with your stories. Mom, do you have to share everything? You know, she doesn't want to be in pictures. She doesn't want me to be on the phone. She's like a baby who doesn't want you on the phone. Seriously, she's like a magnet. She's homeschooled and I work from home. And so I've really had to learn some boundaries for her and for me and for work, and it's helped me implement my daily method of operation actually daily. And so that's been really huge, to start tracking things and to plan and to just make that intention right off the bat, know how many people I'm going to get in touch with. And then the posture, having that posture when I connect with them, of not just the excitement, but of just, you know, just like, it's a grounded excitement, because sometimes I get too excited and I make a lot of changes. And so, you know, just a really grounded excitement where people can see that she's serious. She knows her stuff. She's coming from experience. She's really, you know, I've been watching her. I'm getting a lot of that. I've been watching you. I see that you're only gonna take on things that better and better and better. And I'm curious. And so I'm just, yeah, all those things have made such a huge difference in addition to just that idea of connecting, prospecting, and following up. You know, it takes it deeper and you actually can make a plan, and that's helped me so much.
I've loved watching you, Jessica, the blossoming into the most beautiful flower, like the butterfly coming out of the caterpillar. Since you first started till now, it's so beautiful to watch your growth. And we're all growing together, right? We're all like growing together, but it's just neat because my viewpoint of watching you grow and blossom into this incredible, powerful female empowerment type of entrepreneur. And it's just made me so, to see you speak for the first time, public speaking, I got to witness that. And that was such a beautiful, like such a proud moment for me. And just seeing that lifestyle attraction happening, because you attract the most beautiful light workers. You attract, like attracts like, and you really do live that law of attraction. And I've seen it happen over and over. And I also think you're having fun because what I've found is that higher caliber of people, true entrepreneurs, are drawn to this business opportunity. It's a little bit of a different shift. I've seen, I'm like, wow, the people that say yes to this maybe never would have said yes to a different opportunity before, but they say yes to this. And I see you're having fun with that too. Love you, girl. Proud of you. You're amazing. She manifests. She's intentional. She has the work-life balance. Who doesn't? We all do, right? We all have that. Kids outside the home office door, and life is just that way. And so it can be messy, but it can be a beautiful mess. And it can be a beautiful mess, and we can time block and figure out. But when you have to time block, you have to be very productive with the time that you have. And so I know if that's the case, Jessica, you're being very productive and organized and intentional with what you're doing and who you're talking to and who you're drawing into your tribe. And that's awesome. Good. I love it. Thank you for your share. Wonderful. Is there anyone else that would like to share their voice? If so, unmute. We have time probably for one more. I just love hearing what you guys are doing and what's working, and I feel like it's nice for everyone to hear your voice. If anyone would like to, if not, we can move on. Okay. Unmute, interrupt and unmute if so. We're going to finish this by letting you guys know about March 21st weekend. If there's anyone new on here that doesn't already know, we are going to be doing a team launch, a party, March 20th and 21st. So Friday, March 20th, we're going to have a private, for our team only, corporate tour, which is pretty epic. They don't do these that often. And I can honestly tell you, we've heard from a lot of people that this isn't normal. Like, our team is definitely going to get some special treatment. We're going to be having a OneTeamWorx mixer that we're inviting Josh and Genna, the owners of the company, and the corporate staff to come mastermind with us. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have food, obviously, and lots of swag and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. That's going to be after their Las Vegas roadshow. They have a Las Vegas roadshow that the company's putting on. And so we're going to be able to go in, be immersed in this room with 400 to 500 people. And our team will come in, we'll get to bond. We'll get to really, really kind of have this growing together experience that I think needs to be in person. We need to be able to really be together and look in each other's eyes and really bond as we're going through this experience together. Go in and soak up all the knowledge that the company's already throwing this incredible event, and then bond with our team after the event in this incredible mastermind mixer party experience that is going to be super, super fun. So I'm going to be in Vegas, and we're going to have a meet me in Vegas type of theme that I'm going to be posting some different squares that you guys can use on your social media. Because if you want to draw people to a party, that's what's going to happen. We're going to have like this incredible impact and super fun time that we'll be able to use to post about, to be able to show people what we're doing as a team, the big things that we're doing, and it's going to be super fun. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Dave?
It's going to be super fun. There's no question about it. I mean, what I do know is this. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, 2.5 decades, is that people make big decisions at big events. And here lies an opportunity for you not only to interact with the owners of the company, corporate executives of the company, but honestly, a lot of the field leadership. We're estimating roughly 500 people will be at this function on Saturday. And of course, the meet and greet and the celebrational piece of it, afterwards will be great. But I think it's going to be a time to really feel the vibration of everybody on the team, number one. Number two, we're going to ensure that everybody coming out of there knows exactly what they need to do to put a permanent comma in their check. And I think from a business perspective, that's something that we know each and every one of you have if you don't have it already. And and so we're excited about it. I mean, it's going to be fun, and you're going to, as Dana says, you're going to hear a lot about it. I mean, I just want to acknowledge that some people look at these things as expenses. I'm telling you that if you treat this like a business, you look at it as an investment in yourself, an investment in your business. Obviously, all travel like this is tax deductible. And I think that's one of my passions when it comes to business, is to teach people how to actually really treat things as a business so they can capitalize financially, not only from their cash flow perspective, but from a write-off perspective, which is a really important piece of business. So it's going to be great, Dana. It's going to be really good. And it was great. It was just fascinating to have a conversation, with the people at corporate and how supportive they were of what we were doing and being willing to sacrifice their time to plug into us. So it's going to be good. And I think people looking back, 12, 18, 24 months from now, there's going to be some people who look back and says, gosh, that was a catalyst of not only my personal growth, but the growth of my business. So really looking forward to seeing each and every one of you there.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday morning. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, put it in the chat. We are excited to be with you guys. It's going to be super, super fun. We're going to have a whole lot of fun doing this build. And basically, we'll see you guys in Vegas. We're going to see you in Vegas. Every week, we do a Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time Zoom that we do a higher level training. And then Saturday is a getting started training to plug your affiliates into. But like I said earlier, we're all doing this together. We all started from zero together. We're on this run together. And so we're all learning together, and that's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to unmute so you can all say goodbye to each other.
Hi.
Hi. Productive day.
Awesome as always.
Bye. Have a great day.
Fabulous weekend.
Have a great day, everybody.
Hi, beautiful
Thanks,
Michelle.
guys.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Hi, Janet.
Every single sentence she makes like a
Hi,
whole
home.
thing.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi, everyone.
I'm seeing all those faces. Hi, Tara.
That is such a
Love you guys.
is fine. David and Dana, thank you
The
so
best
much. This was awesome.
answer. You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Usually it's shared fault lines, so both parties can wiggle.
What? I've seen this before.